up, everyone? It's ET, and I'm going to do some more programming on Twitch. Oh my gosh, so yesterday we had a semi-productive day, but I'm going to try to keep that going. Is that right? Are we on episode 15? I don't remember. I think I did that yesterday, so we probably are. So yeah, 14 was the last one. Okay, that looks good. Everything looks fine. I'm cool with that. Alright, so last time we removed some controls and we we added some. So with just the mouse I can move the player around. I can right click and move the camera left or right. I can use the mouse wheel to kind of zoom in and zoom out. And that's it for the camera, but I can also use the keyboard like this. And I also can use the keyboard to walk and crouch and of course jump. Alright, cool. So I kind of thought about this last night, and what I thought was that maybe for the movement script I could like have two different states for the movement. One movement would be if you're in third person, and one movement would be when you're in, what am I thinking, first person, second person? Yeah, first person. Okay, so I'm just not sure if I want to have like first person. I'm just not sure yet. I don't know exactly what I want, but I do know what I want is we also want to kind of create a way for the first person to move around, because right now I'm just using the third person animation controller. So if I open that up and I look at his grounded, his blend tree, this guy can only move forward. Like, he doesn't move sideways. Oh wait, sorry, I'll preview this. So there's the humanoid, and I'm gonna play. So right now he's idle, but he can only move forward, or he can only like turn, and he can like walk and turn, but that's all he can do. Everything is like just forward and turn. But if you're in a first person mode, like, you gotta go strafe around, you can move backwards, you can move forward, you can move diagonally. So this kind of setup is not gonna work very well for the first person movement, at least to have a good animation happening. Hey, what's up, Keyhard? Yeah, man, sorry I started so late. This is just a special like Tuesday one. I typically don't stream on Tuesday, but I really want to get this the movement script working again. So yeah, that's what I'll be working on today. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to redo the animation controller because I want him to strafe and everything. And so I went to Unity's asset store. Let's see. So if you go to like Windows, Asset Store, this is Unity's Asset Store. Unity provides, I think it's just mocap something. I guess maybe I should have typed in Unity mocap. Unity mocap. Yeah, so this raw mocap data straight for Mechanim, straight from Unity Technologies. So I just downloaded that, and I'm going to kind of just steal that for now, because I didn't make any animations yet, and I plan to replace a lot of this Unity stuff with my own stuff. But just so I can get a feel for the game, I'm going to use Unity stuff. So I imported that, and so it all lives right here. And there's tons of stuff, but I'm definitely going to use the strafing and the walking and stuff. So let's start doing all of that. I'm going to put this preview out here. Okay, I definitely want a walk, a run, and a strafe left and a strafe right. So let's definitely get those four things going. So let's do walking first. No, let's do idle first. What's a good idle? Always be playing. I might just use the idle that's actually with the standard assets right now. No, where's, oh, in animations. Human idle, that's a good one. Actually, the human idle, the run, and the walk are probably fine. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with those three for now. So let's make a new animation controller. Let's just call this, gosh, how do I do animation controller? Animation controller. For now, I'm just going to call it first person animator controller, but I might rename it. Controller? Yeah, that sounds good. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to pop out the chat. Okay. So I got the first person animator controller. Let's start doing stuff. I'm going to just do this all grounded, so we're just going to make a new blend tree. We can call it grounded, I guess. Yeah, man, I'll post it up on YouTube, so you can go to sleep, dude. You said it's 2 a.m. over there. I would be so asleep already. So yeah, man, I'll post it up on YouTube right away. If I don't get it tomorrow, I'm gonna get it on today, so you can watch it tomorrow. And then tomorrow's episode, my little brother made some drawings, so I'm gonna be doing some 3D Studio maxing tomorrow. So it's not very much coding, and I think you're pretty good with 3D, you say. So maybe you can skip tomorrow's and just watch today's tomorrow, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. Anyway, alright, back to it. So I have this grounded blend tree. Oops, I have it on play, so none of this stuff's really going. I guess it's not. Why is it acting all funky? Alright, anyway. It's not going to be 1D. It's going to be a 2D freeform Cartesian. And what are our two parameters? Oh, we need parameters. So instead of forward and turning like our third person controller has, so if we go to our third person parameters, it has forward and turn. I'm actually going to get vertical movement and horizontal movement. So because the first person, that's what you do. You like strafe left, strafe right, forward, back. You don't actually turn the player most of the times. I mean, you can use the mouse to turn the player, but just keyboard commands, you're just going to be like moving in just that 2D plane. So okay, I'm going to get vertical and horizontal movement. So let's put that. Excuse me. So let's add some variables. We're going to add a parameter, a float. This will be vertical. Uh-oh. My talking is loading up stuff on Netflix. 1 second. Xbox. 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 I gotta get over there. 1 sec. Started playing X-Files on the TV. I have no idea why that happened. Alright. Anyway, back to my first person controller. So we have vertical movement and we also need horizontal movement. Horizontal. Cool. So that will determine what animation we play. And so now if we go to the blend tree, maybe if I double click it, our 2D Cartesians can use horizontal as the X and vertical as the Y. Oh my gosh, am I doing this right? Alright, so there's definitely an idle animation, so I'm going to use what we've been using, which is first person, where is it? Animations, humanoid idle. I gotta get the actual animation. Sorry. Humanoid idle. We need humanoid walk. We need humanoid run. Okay, so we definitely got idle, walk, and run. Now we gotta sort of start getting other stuff. So what do I mean? Well, let's start putting this in the right spot. So idle will be 0, 0. That makes sense. The walk, they're going to be, this is just a straightforward walk, so there's no X, there's no horizontal movement, there's only a vertical movement. So that will be, I'm going to put 0.5 for now, and then just make the run 1. So this is without any vertical movement. Does that go? Is that right? So if I do the preview, right now, am I playing it? Okay, so he's idle. If I bring this up, he's going to start walking. And I feel like something's off. What happens if I bring you down? So that's walk, and then where's run? I thought I put you at 1. So what if I put you at 0.75? And put you at 0.2. So you're run, you're walk, and you're stopped. Okay, cool. I thought that would be better if I did 0.5 and 1, right? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So this is the line. I know I have 2D, but I only have this one dimension right here. So that's good. Now we need the strafing. So we're going to add a few more. Add a motion field. So we're going to get the strafe walk left and strafe walk right. So that's going to be, so we're going to need the strafing. And we might actually have to do some editing first. So let's see. I think I just need a straight up strafe left facing hip. Yeah, I'm not too sure about all this, but we'll figure it out. So here we go. This is left facing hip. So that's him walking. Yeah. That's fine. So if I'm strafing, I think I'm going to have my hip going like this. So I want my right hip to go left as I'm going left, and my left hip to go right. So I'm like, okay, I like it. So left hip if I'm going right. So now we're going to use this tool. Julia J, man, I'm doing great. We're doing some animation stuff. I'm trying to get the first person animation to work because I can't use the animation engine that I use for the third person, because the third person you can only move forward or like turn left and right. But if you're in first person, you can like strafe left and strafe right. So that's all I'm doing. How are you doing? Alright, so we got left. So alright, animation, strafe. Let's make sure we get a good loop. So I'm going to get him mid walk. Well, let's see if I can get him started. Like right when, yeah, like right about there is when I start it. And now we just need to get a good loop match. Let's see how that plays. How's that play? You like? I don't like it. Can I somehow 135? Glad to hear it, man. It's always good when people are doing good. Yeah. Is there a way to kind of soften that? Like I have his animation, but you can obviously tell it's there's a little snap. Like it's not actually working very well. I'm trying. So I really gotta Alright, so that says it's a good loop match, it says. How do I rotate? There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I don't like the direction he's going, but I definitely like the look of it. So okay, that looks good. So what happens if I didn't loop all that? Oh yeah, you can tell there's, but if I do the loop pose, it kind of like softens it for me. Oh, that's very nice of Unity. Very cool. Alright, so the root transform. Well, this is the thing. First, we got to see where he's moving, and he's not moving one direction. I definitely want him just to move one direction, and that's the X direction. So I see that that's happening, but he's also moving heavily in the Z direction. So I don't need any of that. So how do I change this? What if I did original? Oh, no. Center of mass. Bake into pose. Nope. Alright. I don't want him to move any Y. I see he has a little bit of a Y, so I can definitely bake that into the pose. So he's not moving at all in the Y, which is good. The rotation, that's where I think this is kind of off. So I need to kind of start moving. Oh, okay, no, that didn't really do anything. Angular Y speed. I don't want him to rotate when I'm strafing, so I'll definitely bake that into a pose. But what happens if I keep offsetting this, like 20? Okay, so this is definitely what I need to use to, and I am going lower and lower. So let's go negative 20, negative 30. My goal is to get just X movement. Oh, I'm getting close. Oh yeah. There he goes. Only X movement. No Y, no Z movement. So that's one of my animations. So I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna add this animation. Whoa, I don't like that name though. Let's call this Strafe right humanoid. Really? Really? Man, you lost all my settings? Oh no, this is it. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. Humanoid, strafe, right. Oh, awesome. That's what I want. Alright, so if I hit play, just strafe and right. Bam! Okay. So I got that animation, so I can go back to my animation controller. Oh, I gotta apply it. Don't forget to apply it. It's all the way at the bottom here. I know you don't see it. Sorry. Maybe if I put it up there. There's an apply button right there. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I got X movement. Perfect. So let's open up my animator. I have a strafe movement, so I can put strafe right here. So strafe right's going to be when I'm walking, but if I'm walking 0 forward and just to the right. So, and it's to the right, so it's positive 0.5 and no Y movement. So let's see how this works. This is him walking. Oh, sorry, you guys need to preview this. Alright, so this is me idle. This is me walking forward. This is me running forward. But then, if I go to the right, this is me strafing right. So that's forward. This is kind of a strafe. Cool. Good blending. I love the blending. Strafe to the right, walking forward. Okay, oh my gosh. So that's good. Humanoid strafe right. I'm going to bring this over to animations. Done. What else do we need to steal? Let's steal strafe left. Is that one of them? I guess that was also part of the animation. Let me look. Let's make a new one. play it. There we go. Let's kind of start around here. Let's end it about there. Loop this animation. How's that look? Yeah, that looks good. I wonder if the -41 will work still with the rotation. Eesh, maybe a little less. 39, 38. Oh, maybe it has to be more. 45, 48. Oh yeah, it is getting better. 52, 53, 52.5. Awesome! Alright, so he's moving now in just the X direction, but kind of the same way, right? No, he's moving the other way. So if I'm looking at him this way, he's strafing left. Okay. We're baking the Y, so this is no, oops, there's no Y movement. And what else? Is that it? Hmm. 58, 59, 60, 2, 61, 0.01, 0.5, 0.1. Oh, it's got to be less than 61. Negative 60.9. Negative 60.8. Negative 61. Negative 60.95. Okay, that works. So he's not moving except the X direction. I don't know if I should get rid of the Y. Yeah, he kind of moves down, so I will. Okay, or the other way is if you just kind of want the Y to actually work, you can just add the same amount, so plus 0.005. Right? That should work. No? 0.1? 0.2? 1. 0. Okay, so really, if you want no Y direction, there you go. Okay, so he's going left. So let's call this strafe left for sure. Humanoid, strafe left. Awesome. And that should just be right there. And then apply all the way at the bottom. And then we can go to our animation controller and we can do the humanoid strafe left. And we just make this a negative 0.5 with no vertical movement. So now if we preview this, oops, trying to get it for everyone to see. Yep, so I preview this, play this. It's him idle. This is him kind of going to the left. It's him going to the right. Wait, he's just going the same way, I think. So that's forward. It's just his hips, right? I think he's doing the same thing. Darn it. Maybe I should rotate him the other way. He's going a weird way. Like, he's not really... he's just going into Z, I think. Oh, is that what's happening? Let's go back. So this is the X. Let's go. So right goes to the X. This one just goes to the Z. Oh, so that was totally my bad. I think I'm just going the wrong way totally on this. I think we need to go positive. Positive 41. Positive 50. Positive. Like we were. were we positive at some point? Okay, 30, 25. Yeah, we're positive at some point. So we need to 28, 29. Oh yeah. Just keep it going like 0.1, 0.05. There we go. So now we're moving in the negative direction, which is exactly what I want. And I'm going to apply that. Oh, that's cool. You can mirror it. I didn't know that. That might have saved time, but it's okay to have like two little different animations. I think that looks better. I don't know what this loop match means, so I guess I should have looked. It shouldn't match because you're moving, and that's exactly what you want. Okay, good. So now, if I go to my guy, hopefully he looks a little better when I move him around. So that's forward, that's right, and that's left. Oh yeah, that's much better. He's moving along the line, he's moving along the line. Along the line, along the line. Moving along the line, along the line. Cool. So I wonder what happens if you try to go this way. It's kind of strafing. Like you see his one leg's kind of going over there. One thing I'm not doing, which I should totally do, is match the footsteps. I'm not doing that right now, but I totally should have. But it's okay. This is not professional work right here. This is just me trying to get him to strafe around. So I got the strafes. I might want to put 2 more dots or 3 more dots here, and the running versions too. So let's get everything. And maybe a backwards. Oh gosh, yeah, let's get it all. So let's see. Which ways does his hips turn? When I'm looking just behind him. If he moves forward, yep. If he kind of moves this way. His hips turn outwards. Which is what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. It'd be weird like if he turns his hip the other way. Alright, cool. Let's keep going with the animation. No music. Strafing. We have a rapid strafe. So how's this look? What's this do? I don't like it. I mean, I think the hips should be the other way. Yeah, like this. That way. And I think I have to use both of them. Because his hips are turning. I want his hips to be the same way he's running. Yeah, like that. Okay. Got it. So let's steal both of these. Throw them in animations. Oh, what? You can play 2 animations at the same time? That's crazy. Alright, so I got those. I'm going to parse them out in just a sec. So I got the running, the strafing running. Can I just use some of this? Run, turn. Let me see what my controller is doing right quick. So my third person controller has... Can I make this bigger? I'm going to make this bigger. Humanoid, walk right. Alright, so what is this one? Is what I'm trying to figure out. So this is walk right, and this is walk sharp right. Okay, so right and sharp right. And this is run. This is run right, and this is probably like run sharp right. Okay, cool. I probably just need the walk right. Kind of just put it like here. I can do both. No, I think I just need the right, walk right, and the run right. I think that's all I need. And we'll just put them. Where will we put them on the first person controller? Would boot. Oh, so we have this. This would be the walk right. Yeah, this would be walk right. Maybe I'll put it like here and the run right. Yeah, like 0.75, 0.75. And that way, yeah, I think that'll be good. Let's do that right now. Let's add 4 more. 1, add motion field, add motion field, add motion field, add motion field. Let's get some animations. I don't need the sharp stuff, I just need the humanoid walk right. Alright, walk right, humanoid walk right, or run right, humanoid run left, and humanoid walk, turn, walk right, walk left. Alright, so let's start putting these in the right spots. So if you're running right, you're definitely going fast, full speed ahead, and the Y, oops, that's the direction. You're going 0.75 at full speed ahead. If you're running left, you're going negative 0.75 full speed ahead. If you're walking right, you're only going, I'm going to put you at 0.75 but only going half speed ahead. And if you're going left, you're going negative 0.75 fast speed ahead. So I think that's all I needed. Here we go. So let's see what's happening here. So he's turning. Do I want him to turn? I don't know. I don't know. How's the turning factor up in all this? Guess I don't want him to turn. Nope, I can't make up my mind at all. Not even a little bit. Well, I definitely know this. He should be looking forward all the time, right? So even when he's strafing. So I guess if he's here, he should be doing exactly what he's doing, which is great. And I'm sure, yeah, okay, I'll leave it like that for now. Let's get our strafe runs in here. Alright, so strafe runs will be under our animations. It'll be the rapid strafe. Here's rapid strafe left. Okay, so we got rapid strafe left here. Let's pull that animation up. So okay, he's starting about here. So let's just do something there. And the loop match will be there. Definitely a looping animation. Play that. Perfect. Now let's start getting all these orientations right. Alright. So let's see, rotation. I'm going to bake the rotation. I'm going to bake the Y, and I won't do anything here. Then I'm going to just spin him around. Oh, he's actually pretty good. We just need to rotate him a little bit. So 1, that's the wrong way, -1, that's the right way, but negative 0.1 maybe, negative 0.15, negative 0.11, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.4. Okay, so there we go. Now he's at a completely X direction. And here we go. This is going to be humanoid rapid strafe right. I think that's the way he's going, right? Yeah. Because if I look at him from the back, how do I do that? He's going towards the right. Okay. So that's great. Is his hips turned the right way? No. I don't like it. Mirror it. His hips still turned the wrong way. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I chose the wrong one. Let's go about here. Yeah, I like that better. But now we gotta rotate it again. 0, 5, 6, 10, 30, 20, 25, 24, 23.9, 23.5, 23.7, 23.8, 23.85, 23.83, 23.84. Alright, good deal. So now there's no movement except in the X direction, negative, and his hips are going towards the outside, so that's what I wanted. Alright, good, good, good. And I could just mirror it, and it could be the other way too, and save me an animation and worrying. Okay. Stop it. So now this is actually a left. I might just cheat and make the right one from here too. 303 to 322. Humanoid, rapid, strafe, right. Loop everything. Bake everything. 23.84. And mirror. So this one is right. And this one is left. Okay. So that's a cheating way, but an efficient way to do it. 303. Okay, so I got rapid strafe left, rapid strafe right. They're moving at the exact same speeds because they're just the mirror of each other, which is good. Apply that. Excellent. I can delete the other rapid strafe. So these are the strafes I'm using. Okay, cool. So I'm just using 2 strafe animations, which is great. Close this out. Open up my blend tree. Let's go ahead and get the other ones. So new motion field, new motion field. We're going to get the rapid strafe left, rapid strafe right. So rapid strafe left if you're moving completely to the -1 with 0y, and this is 1 to the 0y. So that should be it. Maybe. So if I play, if I go left a little bit, then I can go a lot of bits. And then the same thing here. Right a lot of bits. And forward a lot of it. And if I'm like running this way, it's like he's skipping or something. I don't know. Good enough though. I'm not too worried. He's just super fast that way. He's not as fast the other way. Let's figure out what his velocity is on that. So if we open up the run. No, not Visual Studio. What is going on? Alright, let's close that out. So here's the humanoid run. He's moving at 5.661, right? Oof. I need help using the calculator. 5.661 is that number. Him strafing left. Give me the whole animation. Him strafing right or left is at, no, not the strafe. Give me the rapid strafe. This one. So divide that by what, 3.095, which is the speed that the strafe goes, and this should be running at 1.82 speed actually, if I wanted to match the speeds exactly. So if I go to my animator control, if I go to my rapid strafe right and left, right now they're just playing at 1 speed. If I do 1.82, that should at least match the speed of running. So here I'm running at 5.661, and now that I multiplied this by 1.82, I should be strafing at that very same speed. So it's kind of silly looking, but hey. I think yeah, I don't know what to do about this. It's the way I match these two animations. They're not matching very well. But I don't feel like fixing it right now, so he's just going to have to run funny when he goes left. When he goes right, it looks great. Well, almost, except when you're here. You're like, what is he doing? He's just putting his legs together. Anyway, just wanted to get some basic animations. We can always add more to make this look a lot better, but just for this to work, I need one more. I need him to go backwards, because I really want a backwards one too. So I think he has a walking and a running one backwards. Walking backwards. How's this look? Let's play this. Let's be like, boom, boom, boom. I like to start, at least my personal opinion, is start with your right foot and when your feet are together. That's kind of what I like. Or one apart. I don't remember. I think I like to start with the feet together. So feet together like that, and the right foot going. What's up, Galactic Glum? How you doing, man? Alright, so I got this kind of the feet together. Something like that. Loop match, that's good. So we're definitely going to loop this. There is definitely a little bit of X movement, so we need to get rid of that. But I'll bake the rotation in, so there is no real rotation. I already baked the Y, so there's no Y. X and Z don't need to do that. Yeah, I'm using the raw mocap data that I found on the asset store for free. I'm not really it's not gonna be for my final product, but at least it'll get me my animations that I need. So okay, I think I got that all matched up. Now I just need to get rid of this X component, and I'm just gonna do that with the rotation. So just keep incrementing the rotation a little bit until you get something that works for you. So I think like 3.1, 3.2, yeah, 2.32, that works. And then so basically straight up walks backwards. Cool. So make sure you name it. I'm just going to say humanoid, walk backwards, and something like that. What's also for the model you can use make human. I don't know what that is. Is that one of the assets? Oh, cool. Yeah, I think actually tomorrow I'm going to try to model up a drawing my little brother has, and I'm going to see if I can make it in 3D. Yeah, that looks okay. His arms don't swing the way I want them to, but I live with it. So we got the walk backwards. Make sure you apply the animation, and then I'm going to move that to my animations folder. Okay, so I got the walk backwards. I guess I should do the run backwards too if we're gonna get all this done. So there is definitely running. Is there a run backwards? Yeah. Let's put that out here. So this is the entire animation. Oh really? Where can I find that? Is that like a website or is that a interesting. Let's pull that up. I think I've seen this before. I am using cookies. What? I don't even know what this is and it looks amazing. Open source tool for making 3D characters. Oh my gosh. I will. Sure, I'll start downloading it now. I won't install it till later though. Because I gotta work on this. What are you doing? Alright, so this rig kind of gets frozen in time for some reason. So like he's gonna start running backwards, and then he freezes, and then he freezes again. Okay, there we go. Around here is where I'll start. So let's go here. I want him to start running backwards, feet together, and right foot going back. Yeah. So about here. Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely do that, man. It looks great. I'll definitely play around with it. And what, like, it rigs characters very easily? You can make characters very easy? Oh, jeez. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so I'm definitely going to loop the time. Going to... Yeah, there's definitely stuff going on here, so I'm going to bake the rotation. Don't need any Y movement, so I'm baking that. And the root transform, I can see there's a little... I definitely want movement, I just don't need it to... I don't need it to go that direction. So Galactic Glum's like, yeah, download it. It's the first option. It's not an installer. So cool. That's, you just unzip the files and it's executable in there. It's a zip file. You can extract it. I just make a folder in the program files. That's cool. And create a shortcut like any other project. Yeah, and the rigs are compatible with these anims and rigs are preset. Oh, that's cool, man. Because rigging is a pain in the butt. I use the cat tool in 3ds Max and it's pretty good, but if I could rig faster, like I've seen people just like click different points on the 3D character and like it's rigged, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. So I will definitely have to check that out. The other one I saw was like something from Mixamo, I think, like Mixamo rig or something. Yeah, like auto rigger, and you just like click points. So like, I don't know, I thought, anyway, yeah, like this is another way to rig characters, is like you just click points on the character and it makes the 3D for you. So I don't know, I got, there's tons of tools out there. Like I haven't played with this very often, I mean in a long time, and like there wasn't this many tools out there that I remembered. So yeah, I'm totally excited about all of this. Fuse, I don't know what fuse is. Fuse? Alright, I'm gonna rotate this so there's no X movement. So about 3.67, there we go. Apply that. Make it humanoid run backwards. Humanoid run backwards. Put that in the animations. Alright, I think I've stolen enough animations for today, at least. So now I can go back to my controller, which is this thing. Let's add 2 more. Oh yeah, I see that you sent the link to Fuse. Let me check that out in just a sec. Let me finish adding these motion fields. So if you're moving -0.5 in the, oops, not this one, 0 in the x, negative 0.5 in the y, or 0 and negative 1, you can move backwards. Walk backwards for the negative 2.5, run backwards. Hey, wait, these are not the animations I just made, right? What? Well, that's the right values and everything, but I thought I named it something else. Like humanoids. Yeah. Okay. And the same thing with the run backwards. I thought I did the same thing. Oh well, maybe it just didn't update for some reason. Oh, maybe I had the cursor in here still. Humanoid run backwards. Okay. Nice. Back to the animation. Got humanoid walk backwards, humanoid run backwards. So now, if I hit play, he's kind of idling. This is him creeping forward. This is him running forward. This is him strafing to the right, running, strafing to the right, strafing and running, strafing, then walking backwards, and then running backwards. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I know my left one is not that good. I guess I shouldn't have just mirrored the right one, because it does look kind of weird. Like his legs aren't even doing the same thing, I think. Like they're not opening as much. Oh yeah, I guess they are. Anyway. Yeah, I'm happy. Let me just go ahead and just kind of put this all together. So I'm going to go idle, walk, run. I'm going to go walk backwards. Actually, I'll put the walk backwards first and the run backwards. So we got this whole line, run backwards all the way up. And let's go, I don't know, I guess keep the two lefts together. Right, left, left, right, right. Perfect. Good enough for me, for now. The only problem is if I go this way on the chart, it's all weird looking. I'm running to the left or right, and I don't know what to do with my legs. I do a little better with this one. Anyway, good enough. At least it has animation. So that's my first person controller animation for now. And all we got to pass is vertical movement and horizontal movement. So good, good. Alright, let's check out what Galactic Glum has sent us. Mixamo Fuse. Make an army of unique, ready 3D characters in a day. Man, yeah, it just looks so quick and so much easier than me doing it. I think I'm still gonna try to do one character. Like I still gotta get that one character under my belt. But once I get that one character under my belt and realize that it's a pain in the ass, I will definitely try to use something like this, because I'm just one guy. Can't do that much on my own. So definitely I'll try it out for sure. I'll bookmark it, put it in my dev folder. Nice. Thanks, Galactic Glum. I will definitely give that a shot. Okay. So now that I have my first person controller and my third person animation controller, we can now start to like switch between them. So right now, if I hit play, I just have my third person controller. And if I hit tab, I go to first person mode. You can't really see the animations, but you're able to see it in scene mode. If I hit player. But right now there's no controls on here. The only controls I have right now is the mouse, and that just digs in the sand like this. So you can dig in the sand, and you can place sand just anywhere. You can kind of just place it there. But then once you run out of sand, you can't place anymore. So you see a little sand counter right there. So if I'm digging, the sand counter goes up, and if I drop it, the sand counter goes down. So yep, we got little sand stuff. Then if I hit tab again, I get back to third person mode. Um, yeah, I'm kind of using just I'm just using the built-in Unity functions for the terrain, so I didn't really do anything special. I wanted to use voxels, I just didn't, you know, I didn't want to put myself out there too much yet, so I just used a regular terrain. And if you watched, I think one of my previous episodes was like terrain, or the word terrain's in it, so you can just look at that. It'll give you the code and everything that I came up with. But basically, there's a function called set heights on the terrain data, and you just use that function to set the height of the terrain. And then all I'm doing right now is just, oh, how do you do? No, I don't have smooth voxels, man. Voxels aren't built into Unity, so I'm just using terrain data. The terrain, the built-in terrain, like if you go to get game object 3D terrain, I'm using that. Okay, so now I want to get my first-person controller working. So to do that, I will. What will I do? What will I do? This is my vision. So I think player controls his movement or her movement, and then the camera sends events to the movement saying, hey, you received a first person click or a third person click. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I know, I was thinking of using the first person controller script, but the first person rigid body controller script kind of merges both the controls and the movement all into one script. I kind of want to decouple it so that the camera is the controls and the movement exists here on the player. So that's what I'm going to do. So this movement nav mesh body script, instead of just nav mesh, we're going to say, geez, I don't know. We have to get a few more. I'm thinking. So what is the U4 version? What does it do? How's it different? And yeah, I agree. Non-ethage. Like I think the built-in one. I mean, it works pretty well. It's just, I guess if you wanted to tweak anything or modify it, like it's not exactly what I want. So I'm thinking of making this like a state machine or something. Like I'm gonna make it so that, hey, is my movement controller in first person state or is it in third person state? And then it does different things based on the events it receives. So as you can see here, I'm subscribing to a few events, and you see, and the problem with this code, it's like it's already a beast. If I have more than like 100 lines of code in a class, I kind of get a little freaked out, because I'd rather just have a whole bunch of small classes that I can kind of easily maintain versus a huge class where like I'm like, oh, I gotta find the problem in these 1,000-line code things, and I hate doing that. So I try to keep everything light and fluffy and cloudy and white and beautiful. Oh yeah. Or I should keep, or you know what, I don't know what I'm gonna say. Alright, anyway, let's go. So I'm subscribing to my controlled third person camera movement event. So these are just things that the camera's controlling or holding on to all the controls, and the movement script doesn't. Yeah, sorry, I was reading what non-ethage just said. Yeah, exactly, modular. I want everything modular, smaller, just lean, mean. That's what I want. But this is already a mammoth, so I'm thinking of breaking it up, maybe. But what would I do? I don't know yet. Okay, sorry, thinking. Man. So this is what I was minimally thinking of doing, having a control have just two things I'm going to subscribe to at the beginning, and that would be control third person camera dot enabled, and this will be on third person enabled, and then we'll have like a control first person camera enabled. This is on first person enabled. And basically, if it receives one of these two events, it will like disable a whole bunch of stuff and subscribe to a whole bunch of events or unsubscribe from a bunch of events. So like on third person enabled, I just made that function. It probably lives, let's see, control control mo, there we go. So right now I'm dealing with the start function and the on third person on this guy. Oh, I made it a field? Eesh, I don't want that. I just want it to be a function. So okay, let's open up this script. How do I get references? F12? Yeah. Alright, so we also want to have a public delegate void on enable handler. Enable handler? Alright, and then we get just an event, a static event, enable handler, enable event. Oh wait, no, it's got to be enable handler, enable event. I really shouldn't name these events, right? Because putting the type of variable in your variable name is not really good practice. So, and misspelling it's even worse practice. So just enabled, but it's not really enabled's kind of like a boolean, so this is more just enable event. Okay, and you will be no arguments or anything. So all I'm going to do is void on enabled any reasons you're using C# delegates rather than Unity events, since those appear in the editor if you needed them to. There is no reason. The only reason I'm using the delegates for C# is the only thing I'm familiar with. So I guess I could. Would you recommend switching over to the Unity events? Are they any heavier or lighter than the C# events? And when you say they can appear in the editor, what, like in the debug log, or where would they appear in the editor? Alright, so on enable, you just enabled. Awesome. Oh really? So event listeners. Nice. In the inspector. I'm trying to figure out how that works. Like, it's kind of blowing my mind right now. So maybe I'll just take a quick look at a Unity event. So I definitely do have the scripting API as one of my shortcuts for sure. And I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. I just never used it. Maybe I'll go to the manual. Might explain it even better. Oh, yep, that's where I was headed. Thanks, man. Unity events. So, okay, make sure your script imports. Yep. And let's see. I see. So you just use the inspector to put the plus icon select the Unity object you wish to receive the callback, and select the function you wish to be called. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's give it a shot. So this enable event, instead of using the delegate, we're going to use an event. And nope, not what I'm trying to do. Unity.events. Events. Let's see, what do I need to do? The only thing wonky, the only thing wonky about them is that you have to create a class if you want to pass parameters to the event. But that's not really too bad. You don't use the parentheses syntax. Instead, you use the invoke syntax. Interesting. Yeah, and I am passing like a lot of stuff right now, and I'm actually receiving one, which kind of blew my mind earlier. So not in this one, but in here. Not there. The terrain dig. So you see, I have an event that actually returns a value too. So that stuff is kind of like blowing my mind, and I'm kind of new to events, as you can obviously see, but I really like it because that is like kind of the key to decoupling a lot of this stuff. Kind of like the button, right? The standard UI button. It has the event on click. Doesn't need to know anything about what happens after the click. It just knows that, like, hey, I have this event and I will tell you when I click something, and all you have to do to use me is subscribe to my event on click, and then you can do whatever you want after the buttons click. So I love events. I'm just diving in there. I'm trying to figure out how to best use them in my code. Okay. Yeah, the code document, it shows how to do it. That's very cool. I will look into this for sure, and I might just do a little reading on it outside of the stream, just because I need to get into it. Yeah, and there you go, the generic event, serializable. Let me try to make just one event while we're here and among good friends. So let's see, I definitely need to use the events thing, and then all I do is public class string event unity event string. Okay. Oh, that's inheriting unity events. Okay, so that's what I gotta make, right? So if I did, not here, but here, instead of public static event, I say public static unity event enable. Then I just say invoke enable, something like that. Let me see what it say. So I say, yeah, that's using the Unity event system. They are meant for essentially exposing when something happens, not return stuff. I use it a lot, especially with weapon stuff, exposing when a weapon is firing or stops, or on your holster or unholster it. Yeah, yeah, especially on the fire, you want the muzzle flashes to kind of go on. So yeah, I totally agree. Very cool to use events. I just kind of need to figure out myself how that all works, because I'm getting pretty comfortable using this, the delegates and the static events. And the good thing about this is that I'm not relying on Unity's event systems, so if I ever did have to port this over for some strange reason, like, I could just use the basic C# events. Yeah, no, man, I'm glad he threw that on me, because it's this kind of stuff that, like, if you don't know what you're doing, like me, up front, you can get stuck on this really long path of doing code one way, when it would have been like a million times easier just to use the Unity events, or something like that. So I really do appreciate you telling me. I kind of don't know. I feel like I got to use it at least once or twice to decide, hey, which one's better. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to definitely use it. I want it to tell me how to use it though. I want a good example. So right now it's a public static event, so I bet if I go to, maybe if I make it just a public event too, like that, and then I go to Unity, maybe it'll just look like what I'm used to seeing for events in Unity. That was under the what? The third person camera, so that's actually main camera. Yeah, I am the only one on the project, and I have programming skills and quotations. Uh, right, but I know artists and just designers, right? They don't want to have to deal with any code. They just want to like drag a few things here and there and just play the game and see if that's any fun. Uh, and I totally respect that. I don't have any hatred for people that can't code. So. But I guess I'm not catering to them either, so I don't think I need to do all of that. I feel like, let me just get your last opinion on this. Do you think it's extra work to use the Unity event versus the delegates? Just like your final opinion. Like if you'd have to choose on your own game, what would you do? Yep. That's kind of how I thought of it too. It's just this. It's like it's not going to be any more work if you know how to use it. It's just you got to learn how to use it, and that might be a tiny stepping stone. So yeah, I will definitely visit that. I will. I'll give it a shot. I'll see what happens. Um, I might just look up some quick Unity event tutorial because I don't really feel like trying to learn it on my own. Awesome, someone has a blog about it. So tell me, I just want to see the code. Someone show me the code. Oh, these are people actually using just the event system on itself. Yeah, that makes sense too. Just if I really want to expose something in the inspector, just use that. I agree. Yeah, man, if you have a snippet, just a simple little like, here's a blank event and here's how you subscribe to it. I would love that. Oh wow, whole thing about delegate events versus Unity events. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to read this, dude. I I eat this stuff up. Like this blog post or whatever, this Reddit post, I will eat this up all day long. And then I'll read all the comments on it, and then I'll make a decision just on this. Like I won't even have to use it. Like I'll just see what users say. Oh man, it's already been an hour and 13 minutes. It's 9 o'clock Central Time, so I'm probably gonna go. Uh, I didn't get much done with the scripts, and I'm just feeling too tired now, and I know that if I try to push myself through this, I'm just gonna get more tired and more cranky. Uh, lol, can you link that? Oh yeah, I could totally link that. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead, log off, read this post. If Nanathaj sends me that script, I will totally look at it too. Just, I mean, you don't have to do, no pressure. I will definitely learn it on my own. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. about 5:30 Central Time. But I won't be doing scripting. I'll be doing 3D modeling. I gotta try at least one 3D model on my own. I'm gonna be working on a sketch my little brother made. It's only a 2D image, so yeah, I'm gonna try to make a 3D character out of that 2D image, and we'll see how that works. If it works, great. I'll have like a different main character besides the what do I have here? This is just a biped base human in 3D Studio Max, so it's kind of plain, but it took us a little work to get him in here because we colored him and everything, so he looks just like the biped human in 3D Studio Max. So kind of proud of that. I mean, it's something. And yeah, dude, send it to me. And look, if I log off, dude, send it to me on a Twitch message or send that snippet to me at Twitter. ETdoFresh, like if you on any social media site like Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. That's my username. So yeah. Well, appreciate y'all being here with me. I'll be back 5:30 tomorrow Central Time. And yeah, that's it for me. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.